There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about your stores that you did have. Like, what are some things that were, went well? What are some things that didn't go well? Some things that were a little bit harder than you thought?
All right. So the three stores I had were, first I had electronics store. My electronics store was very plain theme. I was like, let me just try the free theme. Let me see how it goes. You know, maybe not everything needs a crazy theme or crazy pictures. I was just trying to go plain just to see how it went. So I went plain. Um, I ended up getting two sales off speakers I sold for. I had the speakers up for like 120, 119.99, and I was getting them on AliExpress for I think like $18. But
That's a
the
good
the the
markup.
yeah, it was crazy, but the shipping time was like a month and a half. So it was shit terrible. But I got two sales the same day, and I ended up looking into them. It was like scammy sales, like some bot or whatever bought him. It was just like it was a fraud, like completely. So I was like, I didn't even send it out, and I didn't even send it out. I refunded the money. I didn't want anything to do with it. I didn't want to get no chargebacks. Like I didn't want my first two sales to be chargebacks. So I didn't
Hmm.
even take the risk. I was like, man, let me get out of this. So I went, I did that. I left it up for, I think I spent like $500 on ads there, on Instagram ads. Did not go well, terrible. I shut it
Just
down.
Instagram? Like, did you do just the platform Instagram or like
Just the
influencer?
platform Instagram. Just the platform Instagram, because I
Okay.
didn't know too much. I was just looking online on where to like advertise, etc. And it was just like, oh, try Instagram, Facebook ads. So I linked to Facebook. I'm like, and I seen my other friend was using Instagram ads, and he was making a killing. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me try to replicate the success. You know what I'm saying? I just completely didn't think it was gonna be that hard. That's the truth, because now I see how lucky he got. It was his first store, his first everything, and as we speak, he's making $3,000 a day profit. So it's like, wow, like I'm like, man, if it's that easy, let me just go for it. So then fast forward now, I dropped 500, or not now. Fast forward, I dropped $500. Ads, boom, shit. I shut it down. Second store, I was like, it took me like a month for me to like get back up off my feet and be like, I'm gonna try it again. Let me try it again. Um, I get a bunch of clothes I see, and jackets, sweaters, puffer sweaters, stuff I see people wearing where I live in Miami. So I'm like, this is gonna sell. Boom. I get I try to, now I learned from my first thing. So I'm like, let me try and get a bunch of USA suppliers. So I get like 75% of the products I have on my website are USA suppliers. The rest are China. So I was like, let me make the stuff that's very like bulky looking, as if it's in China, because like it takes longer to make or some bullshit. I was gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Feed people. As uh I kept it up. I think I dropped like $1,500 on ads. Not one sale. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, that shit broke me. I was like, I was like, um, and I'm here trying to explain to my mom, because she's seeing me drop this money, and she's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? That, why are you just throwing away money? And I'm here trying to explain to her, I'm not throwing away money. Like this could be huge if it works, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, man, bro, I just threw away like $2,000, $500 from that store last month, and then now I'm $1,500 down. Like, man, I'm down $2,000. I'm like, man, screw it. I shut down the store after like just nothing happening good. I opened up the third store. This one was about, say, like about like 5 months ago, 6 months ago. I was going all in. I made, now this one I learned from like the most. I started paying for the theme. I paid $150 for like a theme. I seen the theme was looking crazy. I even put the little like Apple Messenger thing that like you could like click and you could like send. It's called like Visitor Shop or some shit. And I have the app still on my phone, and it's like you can click and the customers can message you through there and ask you any questions. So I had that up. It looked crazy. It looked great. Um, you click. I had like the fake reviews on the bottom. I had everything that like I just researched on YouTube and did the most for. I was like, man, I gotta do this, like because I'm still seeing him scale up every day, my friend. So I'm like,
Mhm.
man, it's gotta be possible. I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that he's the only fucking drop shipper in this world. There's guys, but it's perspective. It's what you see is what you grasp on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing as like people who just don't have the money to buy food, and then they see someone with a whole refrigerator full of food. They're gonna be like, holy shit, this guy's living life. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing as perspective. What you see is what you are. um so I'm seeing him make this money. So I'm like, man, fuck it. I opened the third store. Crazy. uh Website, I paid the theme, I paid for, put all that. I'm like, all right, boom, time for ads. I think I made the website in like 2 days. Before, the website was taking me like 2 weeks, like each.
Yeah.
Now it took me like 2 days. I'm like, now I know what the fuck I'm doing. So I make I end up making the ads. I didn't know anything about Facebook ads. I purely like the ad manager, none of that. I don't even know none of that. I tried to research it. I couldn't understand it. I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna use Instagram ads, because once again, I'm seeing him only use Instagram ads. So I'm like, it's gotta be possible. So I use Instagram ads. I put like 2, 3 ads that I saw, videos from like AliExpress and stuff. Um and this time I fully learned. I used 100% USA suppliers, even if I was making $5 from one product, just to get the shipping time faster, just to get my name somewhat known. And I end up dropping like $1,000. I wake up, bro, praying that I get a sale. Not one. I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. I'm like, a week later, I'm like tweaking up the website. It must be the website. I'm tweaking it up, boom, 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 putting a couple things better. I'm like, I drop like $500, nothing. I'm like, man, it's probably didn't drop enough. So this time I went all out, dropped like the rest, 1,500. Yeah, 3,500 plus 1,500. That's 5,000, and that's what I dropped. I dropped boom 1,500. Shit, I was like, man, fuck this. I
Not a
shut it
single
down.
sale.
Not a single sale, bro. Not a single sale. I was like, yo, this is ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. And I was like, bro, 5,000. I was venting, like going crazy on the phone with my friend. I'm like, bro, I don't know how the fuck you do this, but I'm done with this shit. $5,000 to the ground, bro. I was like, man, I just threw away all this money, bro. He goes, nah, bro, you didn't throw it away, bro. Like you're learning, bro. Like it's that shit happens. It's business. I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm done with that. Boom. I cut down the store. I drop it. I even delete Shopify, bro. I was hurt. I was like,
Yeah.
man, I'm done. I delete the app. I'm like, man, get this shit out of here. Um, I I man, and then I'm on, where am I? Then fast forward today, like about a couple weeks ago, I'm here thinking about drop shipping again. I'm like, man, let me just clear that thought. I don't even want to deal with that shit again. And then I was like, it just kept coming back, kept coming back. And then I would go on Instagram and see videos about, oh, like drop shipping. I'd go on TikTok, I see videos about, oh, drop shipping. I'm like, man, what the fuck? So then I'm thinking about it, man, I should really like try it again. And my mom goes, she's like, hey, why don't you try to do that thing again you were doing before? I'm like, wow. A day after I'm thinking about that, she tells me. Then my friend tells me, yo, bro, why don't you try and open another store up? I feel like you're really educated on how to make a store. All you need to do is figure out how to do the ads and it's over with. And I was like, wow, bro, I just was thinking that. And I feel like everything that I was on, like my like the frequency I was on was perfect if everybody's telling me to do this that is around me that matters to me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this time I'm gonna go about it right. I'm like, man, I want to find someone who's really like trustworthy as a group. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to just some guy that's gonna take my money and just be like, yeah, bro, here, we're gonna make you a millionaire, and then 3 months goes by and I'm like, bro, where's my money? You know what I'm saying? I haven't made shit. So I was like, I'm here looking. I see one of the people that came up on TikTok was Nathan. So he's explaining, oh, how to get he's explaining, I think, like ecom hunt. And bro, man, get this thing out of here. So I swipe, I'm like, let me go back. Hold up. That sounded kind of interesting. So I'm hearing him out. I'm like, man, this guy kind of like, it looks like he knows what he's talking about. So I look at his whole page and it's all about the same thing. Like, oh, secrets to AliExpress, secrets to this, secrets to that. And I'm like, start listening to his videos and I'm like, damn, bro, like this guy, like, look, it looks like he knows what he's talking about for real. Like, he's not just like any other guy, because any other guy will be like, oh, yeah, look at this remote. I got this for $2,000. Learn how to make this. Like, bro, I don't care what you have. I care what you can build. You know what I mean? And Nathan doesn't show no bullshit about how much his wallet is, how much his car is. He just shows progress and business. And I was like, that caught my eye, that it looks like he was really like on what he's about. And so I was like, all right, cool, boom. I hit him up on Instagram, and fast forward, we are on this phone call.
That is a crazy story. Oh,
that's the story of dropshipping for me.
I think that's most people's stories, honestly. Like they fail a couple times, they forget about it, they come back to it, and it's always the one piece that doesn't really line up, and it just needs somebody to come in and say, hey, look, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is that piece that you were missing. And I think that piece is advertising, and we're going to crush it. We're going to destroy it. We're going to take care of that completely. We're going to set you up. It's going to be, we're golden. We're golden.
Right. And that's the first thing I was like, bro, I like, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful for you guys more than you'll ever fucking know, bro. For sure. Just because of that, man. Like, it's like, damn, bro. It's bullshit. Like $5,000 to the ground. It's like, wow.
I wouldn't even say that, right? Like, if you take a lot of businesses today that spend $5,000 and they don't have shit to show for it, you have a lot of knowledge and learning to show for it. Like, if someone tried to, put up a pizza shop down the street, right? It's going to cost them a lot more than $5,000. They're dropping $5,000 just on like supplies for food. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in business, like, I agree with what your friend said, but I also know that $5,000 sucks. So I hear both sides.
Right. And then at the same time, in my mind, I was playing out. I was like, man, but if I didn't drop that 5,000, I would have been like, man, if I would have dropped 5,000, I would have been a millionaire. So it's like it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, you have to do it, and whatever happens, you have to be, you know what? At least I did it. At least I tried. At least that now I know my dream is still this thing, and at least I tried.
Right.
100%. Okay, well, I think we know what we're doing going forward. Once we get your store in, we'll book another call. We'll get everything set up, ads manager, Facebook page, Pixel with Shopify, all that kind of stuff. We'll get all that set up, get your advertisements made, and then we'll get all that set up. So
perfect, man. Yo, thank you so much again, man. Thank you for everything. Let's get it, man.
No problem, man. Let's get it.